Hello. So today we're going to put light seals in this Olympus OM1. Right here and right here is all like gummy as well. In the grooves right here and right here where the mirror touches, the Lord said. Okay, so right here, you can see how that's kind of falling apart. The idea is you don't want nothing to be there, because every time your mirror slaps up there, it could just be hitting, like, and that's not soft. My first time doing this, I thought that this part right here also needed some, but come to find out that's just transfer from this. So what you don't want to do is put some here and here, because then it's double the thickness, and when you go to close it, it'll close, but it's a bit spongy. So to start this off, we're gonna need a nice clean workstation. Don't worry about that little guy. He's not going anywhere. You're going to need something to scrape the old light seal material off. I bought these on Amazon. They're just wood. They've got like a scraper end and then a pointed end, so they work great. Some cotton swabs. You may or may not need some scissors. These are what I have handy, don't judge me. Light seal material. Now they sell kits that you can get for your specific camera, but you end up paying like the ADHD tax on that, so it's gonna cost you a little bit more generally. But with these, you get more than enough for all of the cameras, and they come in various thicknesses. The thinner one is for the light seals in the grooves and stuff, and then the thicker one is for the mirror bumper up here. So there's that. And then I have a sliding paper cutter thingy. Works very nice. Also, isopropyl alcohol. Now, just in case you aren't aware, they have 91. They also have various other ones. End up with like little water droplets that don't evaporate right away. By the way, the amount of alcohol that this is going to absorb is going to be too much for doing a lot of things on here. What you don't want is to just mush this and then whatever yuckiness comes off, in addition to the abundance of alcohol, draining into your camera. And on some cameras, you can hit that little tab right there and take the door off to make your life a little easier. We can set that aside. Start soaking that. Some of this will come off without even putting alcohol in it, but I like to put a little bit in there anyway to soften up whatever adhesive I can. Yeah, a lot of this is just coming right off anyway, so I'll go back over that and do that again. Hey, now you can actually see what I'm doing. Look at that. Alright. Not bad. Now to get in these little grooves right here, we're going to want one of these. Don't go cramming stuff in that little hole right there, because then otherwise you're going to have to take this whole top off just to get all that out of there. Kind of pinch it a little maybe. Ew. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to go back and forth between the alcohol and scraping, just softening it up, picking it out of there, and eventually you'll get it all out. Now, I won't make you suffer through the whole other side of this, but same thing, it wraps around right here, both sides. The only difference here is that little opening that I was talking about there. So there's actually a tab in here that basically tells your camera that the door is shut. It's for the film counter. What you don't want to do is just take your new material and slap it right over top of that lever there. You want to put a small piece here and then a small piece on the other side, and don't cover the button at all. I'm gonna bang that out real quick and we shall continue. Now, just need to get this part. For this, I'm gonna grab some also be careful not to touch the focusing screen, because even something that is as soft as a Q-tip can leave little micro scratches and abrasions and stuff on there, so just be careful. Good. All right, so get yourself one of these metal rulers. This had a small piece here and a small piece here. It didn't even go across the whole thing. So that might end up being what we do anyway, because we don't want to get in the way of this bit right here.
This right here.
Some cameras have the ability to swap out the focusing screens. Measure approximately 5/8. And then these little channels are usually no more than like 2 or 3 millimeters thick. Here's the frustrating part that I've run into. This little valley in here, this little groove, is shaped like this. Like if your foam was like super rigid when you went to put it in there and it would just dip, that would be great. However, it's not. It's very flimsy. So you go to put it in there and the underside, cut out what you need and then take this white part off, and then it's sticky underneath. So as you're putting it in there, it wants to like fold and do weird stuff and stick along the side and get all twisted on itself and whatever else. So now instead of doing scissors, because that's an absolute nightmare, end up with a really thin piece like this. Imagine trying to do that with scissors. You're gonna, yeah. One more of those for the bottom side. 1, 2, 3. See that? It already wanted to flip around and stick to my thumb. So you peel back only as much as you need so you don't get it stuck all over everything. Okay. We're going to measure out to right about there. Probably could have cut this off in the first place. Get it settled, and then physically grab the foam and put it down in the end, or in the bottom, I mean. Look at that. Not bad, huh? So it looks like I cut this one a little thick. Push it down. Now we test fit. Now the reason why we do a test fit now is just in case everything looked straight, but it's not. Close the door and it folds. If those rails on either side are touching any part of the sticky underside, when you lift this up, not only will you'll feel a little resistance, but you'll hear the sound of stickiness. Popped up on its own. Outstanding. I'm gonna take this door back off, and we're gonna do right in here. Now we don't need the full thickness of this. We can just go in this little groove right here. So that's what we're gonna do. I personally like to use some of the thicker foam, like for the mirror. We're gonna measure that out. This one I can just shaky much, Grandpa? Ta-da! Okay, so there we go. Now got that in there. Let's see how this works. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun, be safe, and keep shooting. See ya.